I haven't filmed in a while. It is currently July 27th. My June empties and declutters just went up because I had some serious issues getting it to upload, and I thought it didn't upload, and I was going to try it again, and I got on my YouTube thing and it was up. So I made that public for you guys. And the last reading wrap up I did was a part 1 for June, and the last thing I talked about, which was Ms. Marvel Volume 7, Damage Per Second, which I finished reading on June 4th. So, I'm going to tell you everything I read the rest of June. There's going to be a lot of books, so I'm going to tell you the book, who wrote it, what I gave it. I'm not going to mention the stuff I read to River, and I'm probably not going to say much else about it unless I have something specific to say. And yeah, I'm just going to jump in because this is going to be a long video. Y'all probably going to want a snack or something, or at least a drink. Which I have long videos a lot, and I don't say that. But with this one, it's going to be really long, I have a feeling. So, the next thing I read after the Ms. Marvel was Rat Queens, Volume 3, Demons, by Curtis J. Wiebe, W-I-E-B-E. I gave it 4 stars. Love this series. I've said it before. It's like D&D in a graphic novel with an all-female group. It's even better than that. It's just great. I love it. Okay, I've got my Goodreads over here, so that's why I'm looking over here. Sorry. And I don't have most of the things I'm going to tell you about, if not all of them, because they've long been back to the library. And if I do have something, it's on my bookshelf in the other room, and I'm not getting up and making you guys, like, wobble and listen to whatever's on the TV and everything to get up and find it. So, it's going to be a long one. You're just going to have to put up with me. If you like wrap-ups, I'm sure you won't mind, because I love wrap-ups, and I don't mind stuff like this. So, if you do, sorry. And I was just about to start a new way of doing wrap-ups, too, so we'll see what we're going to do for July, because July was my birthday month. I'm waiting for it to load the next page. July was my birthday month, and I read a lot. Also, the reading programs and everything. Okay. Then I read Wonder Woman Volume 3, Iron by Brian Azzarello. I gave that 4 stars. I read The Wicked and the Divine Volume 4, Rising Action by Kieran Gillen. I gave that 4 stars. I'm still really enjoying both of those. I did Sex Criminals Volume 4, 4G by Matt Fraction. I gave that 3 stars. It's getting away from the library aspect and the stuff that I really enjoyed. I mean, I don't really DNF stuff easily, but it's getting away from the stuff that I liked. Lumberjanes Volume 4, Out of Time by Noelle Stevenson. I gave this 4 stars. I'm liking the series more and more the more of it I read. The Backstagers Volume 2 by James Tynion IV. I gave that 5 stars. Absolutely love that series. Cannot wait for Volume 3. Cannot wait. Love it. Okay, these next two, we're not going to talk about it. These are because I do not DNF things well. I read Grey by E.L. James, which is the 4th book in the 50 Shades trilogy / the first one of his perspective, whatever. Don't like DNFing stuff. Read this. Put it on Goodreads. Realized I've already read it before. Really mad at myself about it. Proceeded to read the next one, which is also the last one in all of them. Darker, E.L. James. I gave them both 3 stars. I don't know why I gave them 3. I still agree that there are problems with the original trilogy. There are problems, especially with the first book. Still a fair bit in the second book, and by the end of the 3rd book they get resolved. I don't know why I gave these 3 stars, because they're just his perspective, but I guess it was slightly more understandable even if I don't agree with it. I don't know. I don't remember why I gave them 3 stars. Whatever. We're over it. We're not talking about it. I read Raven Girl by Audrey Niffenegger. Gave that 3 stars. It was odd. It was really short, but I really enjoyed it, and I was surprised by how much I liked it, but it was really good. Read Princesses Behaving Badly, Real Stories from History Without the Fairy Tale Endings by Linda Rodriguez McRoby. I gave it 4 stars. I really love this. This was a bunch of short little snippets about exactly as it says on the cover. Excuse me. Really, really enjoyed that book. Got some similar books from the library out after that I'm still kind of working on. Really, really enjoyed that. The Wi-Fi at my house is very slow. Okay, let's see here. I read Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. Really enjoyed this. Definitely Google trigger warnings for this book if you have any, because wow. I kind of called who did it, but I had it most of the book. It was like, for the first part of the book I wasn't sure, then by about the middle it was like, okay, it's 1 or 2 people, and then I was pretty sure I knew who it was by the end, and I did have it figured out, but there were some bits that I didn't even figure out, and it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I think there's one more book she's written that I haven't read, because I read Gone Girl ages ago, so I think she only has one more book, and I have that, so I'm looking forward to reading that at some point. That's River in the background, if you can't tell. I read Wonder Woman. I'm gonna quit saying I read. That's annoying. Wonder Woman Volume 5, Heart of the Amazon by Shea Fontana. 4 stars. Really enjoyed that one, apparently. We're back to June 16th. This is over a month ago. I don't remember things. Serenity, No Power in the Verse by Joss Whedon. 4 stars. Love this. If I remember correctly, this one is a continuation after the movie. Might be a different one, but yeah, this was really, really good. If you like Firefly, definitely read these. They're great. Sweet Tooth Volume 1, Out of the Deep Woods by Jeff Lemire. Gave this 3 stars. Wasn't sure about the first one. It was kind of, which is what this is, kind of weird. Curious about the science. You'll see as I go on with that series. I'm really enjoying it. I'm really into it. There's a lot of graphic novels I've put down that I'll go back to later because I'm not really in a graphic novel kick anymore. But this is one I'm continuing to read. I love this now. And I'm curious to see what's going to happen. Wonder Woman Volume 4, War by Brian Azzarello. Give that 4 stars. Now I have to wait for a page to load again. Told you guys this is going to be a long video, and I'm trying to make it as quick as I can. Let's see, it's the 27th. I might go ahead and just film a July wrap-up of what I've read thus far, and then film another one next week. What do you guys think? Maybe? Maybe we'll film it tomorrow. Oh, come on! Like I said, our internet is very slow. Okay, let's see here. I read Lumberjanes Volume 5, Band Together by Noelle Stevenson. Gave this one 4 stars. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Predators and Prey, Season 8, Volume 5 by Jane Espenson. 3 stars. These are okay. It's kind of like when they ended the series and then they brought it back for another season or 2. It's okay, it's still Buffy, it's good, but it's not as amazing as it used to be. Same thing for the rest of those that I read. Lock and Key Volume 2, Head Games, by Joe Hill. 5 stars. Absolutely love this series. This series is wonderful, and that stands for whatever book I'm on now. That's another one that I'm still working on. I think I just got book 5 or something in the library. Love this series. It's so, so, so good. Apparently we're at a point where I read a lot of books to River. And I put those on here because I did read them, and also it helps me keep up with what I'm reading to her and that sort of thing. But when I'm doing wrap-ups, it gets a little tedious, I guess that would be accurate. Okay, and then I read, oh, here's another Gillian Flynn. I read The Grown Up by Gillian Flynn. This one was 4 stars, and and I'm blanking for some reason. I know I really enjoyed this one. It was really short. It was more of like a novella type thing. I pretty much just sat and read it. Okay, yeah, I remember now. Obviously, because it's so short, it's not as involved as her other books, but it's still really good and along the same lines. And if you're liking her books, I would recommend reading it. But if you haven't read anything of hers yet, I would recommend picking up one of the other ones first. But this was good. Like I said, 4 stars. I enjoyed it. Then we've got The Night Bookmobile by Audrey Niffenegger. This was like a little short graphic novel thing, but I really enjoyed it. It was odd and it was weird, and look up trigger warnings for this book too. Same for anything Gillian Flynn writes, because I just talked about her. But for this one, look up trigger warnings if you have any of those issues. But it's really interesting, and I enjoyed it. I gave it 5 stars. And if somebody told me, like, this is this book, this is what it's about, all the spoilers, everything, I would be like, no. But reading it, I really enjoyed it. So that one definitely surprised me. I think we're almost to the end of June. We're on June 20th, at least. Like I said, I'm just going through my Goodreads. Okay, and this is about where I started getting some stuff out for Alex, like some diet books, some books about food and food industry and stuff like that. A lot of the diet books I didn't end up reading because we're just using them for like recipes and that sort of thing, but so you'll see some of those, and that's why they happened. I read The Case Against Sugar by Gary Taubes, Taubes. 3 stars. Really interesting. Not written like a textbook, but not... It's easy to read, but it's still like one of those I pick up and put down kind of things, if that makes sense. It's a nonfiction. I have problems with nonfiction, but they're all different, you know. But this one was really interesting. I learned a lot. Some stuff I already knew, but I did learn a lot too. So if it sounds remotely interesting, I would pick it up. Rat Queens Volume 4 High Fantasies. I still love this series. This is by Curtis J. Weeb. I give this one 4 stars. I still love this series, but at about this point, they got a different art style, and I'm not as into the art. I like the first art way better. Oh, wait. That I read in July, so I'll probably talk about that again in the next video. Yeah, so that's everything that I read in the rest of June. I'm going to film another video and do everything I've read in July so far. Okay, yes, going to do that. Don't forget to subscribe. Questions, comments, opinions about any of the books that I've mentioned or anything else, leave that in the comments, please. I would love to talk to you guys about it. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.